Hi, everyone. Happy Double Down Day. Thank you for joining me today. So, what's everybody working on? Are you getting a lot done today? I have been at it since before Inca started at 7 a.m. Eastern Time this morning, and I was able to get over 5,000 words written in my reader magnet. So, I'm super excited about that. But then Mel started talking about HB90 planning and their sprint. So now I am thinking about getting started on that too. I'm super excited about this quarter, about the upcoming quarter. So anyway, I could talk about HB90 all day. We're not going to do that. We're here to do a live stream, and I'm going to jump over to the comments. Let's see. I have the link up for my podcast, Apocalyptic Pep Talk. It is for writers, and it's basically about how to survive in an algorithm-driven world. So that sounds like something you'd be interested in. I hope you'll come over and take a listen. I have 4 episodes out so far. Let's see. Sarah P is up after me. Why is this not? There we go. I have her link here and I'll post it again later. But just so you know, all the links to all of us hosting today are in my description box. So you have access to all of them there and in the Heart Breathings group and on the calendar. So we got you covered. HB90, as we all know, is open for enrollment. This is my affiliate link. If anyone has not signed up and they're on the fence, I want to highly encourage you to take the plunge. It is the best planning course I have ever taken, and I don't think I would have one book published, let alone 4, with 2 more coming out later this year. It has saved my life many times when I have when I've had like catastrophes come up in life. Like many of you know, my mom fell last year, and if I didn't have HB90, I don't think I would have been prepared for the second half of last year or this year. So I'm not going to go on and rave about it. I can do it. I do it to people every quarter. So if you would like to talk about it offline sometime, hit me up. I'm your girl. I would love to. All right. Jesse's here. Hey, happy double down day to you too. And Kay is lurking while contractors are in and out fixing the dang thing. Yeah. Good luck with that, Kay. Keep us posted on how it's going. Carla hopped on over. Hey, hey, Carla. Brandy. Hello again, friends. Don't forget to I can't speak. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way in. Thank you, Brandy. Let's see. Mel, speaking of Mel, hey, hey, how are you? Faye's here. Got 437 words left to hit my goal of 3,000 words for today. Let's go. You can do it, Faye. You got this. Hey, Hafren, what you working on today? Jane, how are ya? Hello again, Hardy. Happy Double Down Day. Thanks to Mel Sprints, I've got some momentum going and I'm aiming to make the most of it with Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, for the support. You are welcome and thanks for being here with us today. And Mel says, Faye, woohoo! Nicole, hello, hello. Here to support my work, Bestie, and get all sorts of stuff done. Hey, work, Bestie. I'm glad you're here. Hofford's asking Kay what happened. Kay, if you're still here, I'll let you handle that. Nicole, Mel says, hey to Kay. Oh my gosh, y'all. Words are hard. Words are hard. Mel says hi to Nicole. Hey, girl, hey. Okay, I got it out that time. Our friends are Kay's explaining that they had a slow water leak in the laundry room that they weren't aware of, and the ceiling collapsed. So dealing with emergency people in and out. So they're almost done, and thank goodness. Yeah, I bet you and she will be so glad to get that done. Okay, so let's see. Gwen Hunter, hello. Hey, Gwen, I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome. Am I pronouncing that right? I'm used to seeing Gwen with a W, so I want to make sure. Um, Victoria Wake, hello. Hi, Sarah. Hi to you too. I'm glad to see you. Thanks for being here. Jackie's here. Hey, Jackie, how are you doing? And her friend says to Kay, wish you the best. We all do. Hearts from Kay. Carla just said YouTube just did YouTube things. Fortunately, realized it before you got started fully. Stupid YouTube doing stupid YouTube things. We say it every day. Glenn says, I haven't written in a week and I'm just trying, and I'm just reading my draft and getting back into it. Going to try and get another chapter drafted and get back to my goal of writing one day. Awesome. You've got this. Nicole says to Mel, hey there, friend. Victoria says, I'm working on a Roblox story. I am on the misbelief for one of my main characters, Shane here. Hey, hey, made some eggs and going to eat. Look at some notes in my journal. Awesome. And Gwen says, yeah, you got it right on the first try. Yay. I think I've been here before, but it's been a while. Okay. Sorry about that. If it's been a while, the Swiss cheese brain doesn't hold much these days. So middle-aged brain fog for those of you who know. All right, y'all, we've been chatting for 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and jump into the first sprint. We're going to do 25 today because we're here for 3 hours. We're probably going to cut the last sprint back too. So I want you guys to have a decent break before Sarah P starts because we've been going at it for a while now. All right, I'm going to start the timer. I will see you in 25 minutes. Okay, everyone, that was our first sprint. How did you do? I got my HB90 stuff ready, but then realized I haven't printed the planner yet, and my printer does not like to print large documents in one go. So instead of having to run up and down the stairs every 5 minutes while I'm hosting, I thought maybe I'll just print it out after and just start doing some like brain dump stuff. So how did y'all do in that sprint? Let's see. Jumped. Let's see. Kay says I think she meant we've not slept since yesterday, in which case, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That's awful. I hate sleepless nights. Victoria says in the UK it is raining. Oh no. Nicole says it's raining here too, to Victoria. Instead of writing today, I'm using the sprints to get the housework done so that I'll have all day tomorrow to write in the sun. We are such opposites because I'm like, ooh, I would love if it was raining now because I love writing in the rain or when it's raining outside. And there you are, like, I'll wait till the sun shines. Hey, CK, nice to see you here. CK says, switched out the laundry, started a load I thought I started, and it turns out I didn't. Oh my gosh, happens to me almost every time. They also say, switched out my candle to something more desert-ish since this takes place in sand dunes. Ooh, exciting. Let's see. Carla says, I like it when the song ends just as the timer does. Yeah, that's always nice. And I don't want to think about Q3 yet. I'm already in Q3. I'm high futuristic. So by this time in the quarter, I'm already looking ahead. I'm like, I'm ready. Let's go. Jackie said, I added about 500 words and did some more chatting. Awesome. Gwen says, I'm up to chapter 4 and fixed a conversation my characters had twice. Love it when that happens, right? Good thing you caught it. Catherine says, I watched a video in my recovery program for chronic illness. We'll keep doing that during the sprints. That sounds like a good thing to do. And Faye says 605 words that sprint for a total of 3,168 words today. That's a big word count. Yay. Time for me to get dinner and chill. That sounds like a good plan. Enjoy. Jane says more world building, which I've desperately needed to set up. Yeah, world building's important. Nicole says, I'll take the writing out onto the patio. Unfortunately, I can't take the cleaning onto the patio. Girl, leave the cleaning behind. Jessie says, one more chapter edited and writing today on getting last chapters edited on book 3 to send out to beta readers next week. That's exciting. Yay. And then can you go back to Nightvale? I'm so excited about that project. Brandy says working on a Q3 content calendar. That's awesome. And Carla says it's overcast and hot here. I'm glad I went for a walk this morning before it rained. I may have to take a break to get some herbs to plant and get my planters going for the seasons. And that reminds me, I need to run outside and water my herbs. They look pretty dry when I was out with the dog this morning, and then I forgot. So yeah, I have I just started an herb garden in the backyard. It's not really even a garden. It's a mini garden in like a half whiskey barrel type situation. So that's fun. I also need to water the plants out front. And I need to check my laundry. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing much other than like household stuff in the next sprint. But then I'll get back to maybe some HB90 brain dump stuff. Let's see. Hey, Jackie. Jackie says hi, all. Jumping back in. Glad you're here. And Nicole shouts, Kyle, Sarah said I have to leave the cleaning behind. Sorry. Tell him to do it. His turn, right? Yeah. So I would be on Doug to do it, except he doesn't feel well today. Doug's my husband, for those of you who don't know. And he is upstairs under blankets with his iPad feeling miserable. And I hate it for him. See, Carla says, I usually check Lowe's for the we have no idea how to water plants, so they're dying rack when I pick up a bunch for a song and then bring them back by caring for them properly. That's a good idea. My husband has a very green thumb. It's not as bright green as his. Let's just say it that way. And Jessie says, yes, flirting with Night Vale for the anthology, most likely as well. Yay, that's exciting. I'm so glad you're going to submit a piece. Yay, yay, yay. Nicole says to Carla, we call that rack the scratch and dent. That's hysterical. All right, y'all, we are jumping into our next sprint. I will see you on the other side of 25. here. All right, everyone, how did you do? I did nothing that I said I was going to do. I ended up on Substack instead. So that was fun. I'll try to do the responsible things when we're in the next sprint. Speaking of, we have been here for an hour now, so please make sure you're getting some movement and hydrating. All right. Let's jump over to the comments. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Gwen says, I killed a succulent so I don't garden, LOL. Yeah, I'm like right there with you. I try, and it all comes down to watering. I always think plants need more water than they need. I don't know. CK says, my roommate does that at Lowe's as well. We have so many plants. I love plants. I don't know. They don't love me back, I guess. See, Kay says we haven't slept yesterday was a reference to having a goldfish memory. Oh, okay. Rather, we have. Gotcha. Okay. Ms. Page, hello again. Hello to you too. Took a break and now back to the series Bible updates. I need to do that. I've got to update my series Bible. Like, I'm drastically, woefully behind on my series Bible. I'm like, I did really well with book 1 and then just kind of fizzled out. And I'm getting ready to publish book 5. So there's a problem there. Gwen says, I got to the end of my draft and added 106 words. Also found another conversation my characters had choice. Hey, it's okay. I've done it. At least you're finding them, right? At least it's not after they're published. Lexus, hello, everyone. Hey to you, too. Good to see you here. Thanks for coming by. What are you working on today? Nicole says, I found a very enjoyable way of staying hydrated. I eat a lot of flaming hot Cheetos and then chug water to put out the fire. I mean, if it works. Those things are hot. I can't eat those. And I love spicy stuff. Hills sent out ARC emails and scrolled next sprint words. Awesome. Glad you're here. And Nicole, Kay says to Nicole, that's genius, LOL. I don't know if that's genius or insane. We're just going to let you decide. Let's see. Nicole says, I also managed to get almost the entire first floor cleaned the last 2 sprints. Yay. Just need to mop and then onto the first floor. Wait, the second floor? One, you have first floor twice. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Okay, and let's see. Hey, Rebecca. Rebecca says, hi, made some headway in editing. That's awesome. I love it. I actually enjoy editing. I know not everybody does. It's like a puzzle, sort of. I don't know. Anyway, that's just how my weirdo brain works. Nicole says, second floor. Got it. And Kay says there's a fine line between genius and insane. That is so true. Like an ant hairline. You are so right about that. And Lexus says, working on story planning for my YA fantasy novel. Fun. Mel says, I took a break to have some ramen, and now I want ramen. Thank you very much. And Nicole says, I like to keep people guessing. Boy, ain't that the truth. You little chaos gremlin, you. And I say that with all the love in my heart. I love chaos gremlins. Nicole's a chaos gremlin. Let's see. Kay says to Nicole, you do a masterful job, lady. Preach. That is the truth. Okay, we've got a little over a minute left. What is everybody going to work on in the next sprint? I am going to get the laundry and water the plants and then get back, if I can find my notebook, get back to my brain dump for HB90. Let's see. Nicole House. Ms. Page says, I haven't finished a story in the series yet, but the series Bible is extremely comprehensive because I overthink everything. I overthink everything too, just not my series Bible. I wish I was you. Ooh, the ramen was spicy. Mel, yum. Carla's practicing some watercolor flowers. Angela, hey, Ange. Ange says, I need to update my goals for HB90. Much thinking involved, right? Gwen says, I should get lunch, and now I want lunch. Maybe I'll have ramen for lunch. Mel's still HB90ing, and Brandy is content planning. It's coming along slowly. Had a call with my mom. Okay. CK says to Ange, I need to do that, but I've been putting it off. Maybe get started with 1 or 2 of these sprints today. And now I want tacos. What are you guys doing to me with this food? Oh, yum, Brandy. And Lexa says, I will figure out who my characters are next. That sounds like fun. And Nicole says, everyone pack up and load into the bus. We're going to Mel's for a field trip to the ramen store and then to Brandy's for tacos. All right, y'all. See you in 25 minutes. Taco ramen. Oh my gosh. Now we have to make taco ramen. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now. But now I want taco ramen so bad. Okay, bye. Okay, everyone, how did you do? I managed to get the laundry taken care of and checked on my husband and did some HB90 brain dumping for projects for Q3. So productive. How about y'all? What did you guys get done? Let me jump over to the, oh, did I turn on a light? I don't know. All of a sudden my video looks weird. Anyway, no big deal. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Okay. Gwen said we're all about the food. And Nicole said, yes, how are we going to make this happen? We need a crowdsource recipe. Oh, for the taco ramen. I'm here for the taco ramen. Mel said we are all about the food. And yeah, the streams really do devolve into food a lot of the time. And Nicole said to Gwen, occasionally the streams devolve into talk about 80s pop culture too. These are the really good times. Yeah, we talked about that in our most recent podcast on ToC CRONES over on our Substack, CRONES Cast. So I'll pop a link to that in if Nicole doesn't beat me to it. We had fun in that episode, y'all. It was a long one, but we had a lot of fun. More talk about ramen. Kate says breakfast ramen is really good. Slice of thick cut bacon over easy egg, nori, miso broth, and a little toasted sesame seed oil. Yum, Kay. Now I want that. Y'all are killing me with this food. Let's see. Carla's having a really hard time focusing. Is it because of the food talk? Because it's because of the food talk. Randy says, my son likes experimenting with ramen. He uses a bit of taco seasoning in his. There you go. Taco ramen. Carla says, hey, if I was to use the phrase in his cups in a fantasy tavern story, what would you assume it meant? I said that he's had too much to drink. Brandy said drunk. Kay agrees with Brandy, drunk too. Inca, hey everyone, meant to have a nice break, built a chair. I mean, hey, if you gotta build a chair, you gotta build a chair. Glad you're here though. Oh, and I answered your question over on Substack, just in case you didn't see it. Oh, and Carla, I answered your question on Substack too from the other day about pen names and the anthology. So if you didn't see it, check your direct messages. Inca, yours is just in the comments. Let's see. Heather, hey. Heather says been lurking while putting clothes out of the dryer and folding them. It's a laundry day today, man. I'll tell you what. Sarah says handwriting synopsis for each book in the series. Handwriting. I love first star notebooks. Ooh, there's 2 storylines in each, plus the series arc. The series arc is left to do. Wow, that's amazing. Jesse says still working through edits. Awesome. CK, 384 words, and now I want taco ramen. Awesome word count. And yes, we are all jonesing for taco ramen right now. Nick got a bunch of stuff cleaned up and then read a bunch more in Dungeon Crawler Carl book 7. And I said it right. I'm still on book 1. It's these glasses. Until I get my new glasses, I don't think I can read books. I guess I could get the ebook, but I already paid for no, I'm not going to do that because I already bought the hardback. Anyway, that's just, yeah, no. I will have to wait to read the rest of the book. Orion just joined a bit ago, got a couple hundred words in, if I'm doing the math correctly. Welcome, and good for you for getting the words in. Victoria says, I have lost lots of words. Awesome. Good for you today. I'm glad you're finding the sprints productive. And Jessica Parker stories, 300 words and some a follow-up email sent out. Awesome and welcome. Ms. Page says, rereading through notes. Pain so much better. I forgot about y'all and was completely lost in my world. That's good. We are happy to be forgotten about if it means the pain is better. We are thrilled to be forgotten about. Let's see. Jesse's drooling over taco ramen, I presume. Nicole posted the podcast link. Thank you very much. We are a mess, but we are a fun mess. Carla said, thank you. Someone doing the continuity read was, yeah, at that phrase. Really? I guess my grandfather used to say it a lot, so I'm very familiar. And Miss Page to Inca, do you build chairs on the regular? And Inca saw it. Okay, great. I haven't been back into Substack yet, so I'm glad you saw it. Okay, good. Carla, I'm glad you saw yours too. I just want to make sure because I always forget to check my direct messages over there. Carla also says, I may focus on short stories given ADHD brain is in full gear right now. Yeah, that's a good plan. I said it right. I know. Yay. All right, y'all, we're going into another 25-minute sprint. I will see you on the other side. Okay, y'all, how'd you do? I am trying to find an Erin Condren notebook that I was saving for a specific thing. And I see that notebook every darn day. And the one day I'm like, I need that notebook. I can't find it anywhere. I'm so annoyed. Um, so how'd y'all do on that sprint? I spent most of it looking for that notebook. Seriously. Yeah. All right. Let me find where we left off. I really got to remember to start marking these. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Nicole says to Carla, short stories, you say? You know someone around here has an anthology looking for submissions. Carla knows. She's the one who asked about the pen names. She knows all about it. I hope you will submit, though, Carla. I really do. The Inca says, glad you're feeling better to Ms. Page. Yes, we all are. And Victoria says, in the UK, it is raining all day. I don't know. I like a good rainy day. They're my favorite days to write on, like I said earlier. And Carla says to Nicole, yeah, Alita and Carla both want to write stories. And we are excited about that. And Inca says to Ms. Page, I got a new desk chair. It wasn't supposed to be here until next week. Okay, I need to get a new desk chair too. Mine's just a little too short. Heather says, I'm so glad I recently ate lunch or I'd be so hungry after all this food talk. Yeah, we do like to talk about food around these parts. Kate says hi to Heather. Okay, there we go. Carla says, just realized a sign of ADHD brain for me is listening to Texas swing music. I don't, which happens first. I throw on Asleep at the Wheel, or the ADD is like, hey, let's do some Texas swing. Oh, I don't know which happens first. I missed a word there. Let's see. Yeah. Texas swing. I did not even know that was a thing. I'm very interested to learn more about that now. And Heather says, hey to Kay. And Inca says to Carla, that phrase shows up a lot in Regency romance too. Oh, in your cups or in his cups. Yeah. Ms. Page to Inca, it just seemed like such a casual offhand statement. Congrats on your new chair. I hope it's comfy enough to power you through worlds of words. Yes, me too. And Kay, in his/her cups is like that in fantasy and sci-fi too. Okay. Jackie says 12:50 today so far with the zero draft. Awesome. Letting the characters tell me who they are. Kay, you can come cook for me anytime. And Kay laughs to Jackie. I rarely cook anything that takes more than 20 minutes. That's about all the attention span I have for cooking. 20 minutes is good. I don't know though. I can get lost in the kitchen all day. Cooking and baking, kind of like my happy zen place. Heather says, working in my planner, then opening up the nonfiction book journal. Awesome. Brandy, taco burger for lunch. All this talk of tacos. Oh my gosh. I might have to do some door dashing this afternoon, y'all. Nicole, taco, burger, ramen. I am here for it. Somebody make it and send me the recipe. Hills says, finished a chapter. Awesome. And Gwen, I got 557 words. That's fantastic. Carla, writing, texting with my niece-in-law. Fun. Lexus says, I finished the core idea of my novel, and now I can focus on developing a plot and finally the characters. That sounds awesome. The CK, struggled to focus today, 219 words, and going to switch out the laundry. Awesome. I did manage to get the laundry done. Gwen says it's supposed to storm today, but it looks clear. And Nicole says, I know she knows. I was just being silly. Excuse me. Sorry. Carla, I promise this time I will remember to submit it. The Krampus story will show up somewhere someday, and we can't wait to read it. Oh, I see what happened. My timer went for the long break. Let's see. Let's go back to the 5-minute break. And I'll just cut it off in a minute or two when I get through the comments because I lost track of time. The Alexis says, in Finland, it has also been raining the whole day. It wasn't fun to take the dog out in a full-on storm. No, that's never fun. I have a chocolate lab, and the wetter it is, the more he loves it. So, yeah. Anna just started collecting and organizing details of a story that had lived in my head for 2 years now. Awesome. Carla, thank you all for reinforcing this is not some obscure phrase. I'll keep it. No, it's not obscure at all. Victoria says, I am still on the misbelief. Awesome. Jane, 443 that last sprint. And Inca got 440 that time, past 3K. Yay. Still aiming for 5, but it's already 7 p.m. here. And I'm taking a break for dinner because y'all making me hungry. Sorry, not sorry. Nicole says, I have to run. All the words to you guys. Bye, Nicole. See you soon. Carla, my great niece, aka Niecey Niece, got a shirt that says more spaghetti, less upsetty. I love it. And her mom sent me a picture of her wearing it that cracked me up. Yeah, I bet. Okay, y'all, we've been here for 2 hours now. We are going to do another 25-minute sprint, and then we're going to do a shorter one. But like I said, 2 hours. Make sure you're getting up, moving around, and staying hydrated. I will fix this timer, and I will see you on the other side of 25. Oh, what happened to the jellyfish? Oh, okay, there they are. Sorry about that, y'all. I was like, what just happened to my screen? How'd y'all do? I checked email. I spent that entire sprint deleting emails. Like, I think I read 3. I am subscribed to everything, and every time I try to unsubscribe from things, I just end up subscribed again a week later. I don't know. It's a vicious cycle. Does anybody else have problems like that with email? Let's see. Sarah, hi everyone. Finishing setting up my desk after rearranging it. I'll have a better background for my stream coming up. Yes, Sarah's after me, and I will pop her link in during the next sprint. Looking forward to seeing your better background, but your stuff always looks good. See, Gwen says, ugh, I should have set up dates in my outline. Oh, yeah. I never worry about the dates until the end, and I would probably be a lot better off if I got the dates down first, because I'm always scrolling back through the draft going, how many dates have passed? I don't know. Brandy says, thank you for the sprints. I'm going to run and do other things. Thanks for hanging out, B. Carla says, I just lost it. I'm going to go get some herbs and plant my boxes. Catch y'all later. Thank you for hanging out too, Carla. And Jackie says, thanks for the sprints. Taking a nap. Enjoy your nap, Jackie. And Gwen hears thunder. Uh-oh. Gwen also got 513 words that sprint. Awesome. And shoot, I better get my package before the rain starts. Yeah, definitely. Gia Chang, hello. Edited 17 pages and also wrote 278 words on a new story. That's amazing. And Sarah says to Gwen, shh, I need to set up a timeline for my book too. I need to set up a timeline for my whole series. I think I'm going to do it in, I almost said Notion, but that's not right, Plotter. But you can do it in Notion too. All right, y'all. So what's everybody going to do in the next sprint? I am going to move to another email box. I have my personal email box, my writer email box, and then my author email box, which is a different thing. So yeah, I have the 3 of those, and then I have one for quilting and knitting too. And they're all filled with spam. Let's see. Ms. Page says it drives me batty when authors say something happened 2 days ago, and then 2 pages later, it's been 2 weeks. And Victoria says, I can stay on this with you. Yeah, great. And Gia says, yeah, timelines are important. Yep, I agree. Sarah says, I'm going to go get ready for my stream. See y'all in a bit. See you there, Sarah. And Gia says, I need to take a short break and then I'll be back. I need to clean my fridge at some point today. Good plan. And Ms. Page says, yes to the subscription trap. Too many emails, subscribe to too many things. Yeah, and I really only read the emails, like the subscription ones, from the same 4 people, right? Like Sarah and Becca Syme and Dave Gogren and like a few others. And then the rest, I'm just like, delete. I don't know. I just, email is the bane of my existence sometimes. And Victoria says, I am carrying with my Shane misbelief. Good for you. I hope you are able to work through that. All right, y'all, we have about 1 minute and 30 left. I'm going to dial down the timer. What time is it? 1:34. We're going to do a 10-minute cool down sprint, and that will give us a good break before we hop over to Sarah's. So like I said before, all the links to the sprinters are in my description box. I am going to go ahead and post Sarah's link in the chat so you guys have easy access to it. And then, yeah, that's what we're going to do. 10-minute cool down sprint coming up. Let me go over here and change the timer. My nose is itching. Excuse me. Let's see. 10 minutes. Save. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and start that timer. And we will wrap up after that. Okay, y'all, that is it for me. We are going to run through these comments real quick and then take a nice little break before we jump into Sarah P's sprint. So let's see. Victoria says it's still raining in the UK. And Ms. Page says if we're doing a 10, I'm going to go do dishes. Good luck. I hope you got the dishes done. I posted the link to Sarah's sprints. All the Sarahs, all the sprints. So let's see. Gwen says to simulated Sarah, right? Part of my plot involves a bank loan, and those take time. Sure do. Heather says I did some planning in my bullet journal, then pulled out my nonfiction book project, index cards and notes, and worked on editing. Awesome. And Ms. Page conquered those dishes. Awesome. And forgot to put the soap in. Be right back. I do that all the time. And Jane says, thank you. Got a lot done today. I'm so glad. Thanks for hanging out with me while you got all the things done. I got a lot done too, even though it wasn't the stuff I wanted to get done. And Martina, thank you for the sprint. See you next time. Thanks for hanging out, Martina. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and end it here so we all have time to get a nice little break in. Thanks again for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.